District y'Embale yeegasse ku nsi yonna okuza olunaku lw'obutonde bw'ensi mu nsi yonna lumanyiddwa nga World Environment Day, era ng'emikolo gino gyakulembeddwamu ekibiina ky'obwannakyewa nga kino kivunaanyizibwa ku butonde bw'ensi ekimanyiddwa nga Elgon Tree Growing Enterprise METGE, era nga emikolo gyayindidde ku ssomero lya Mbale High School mu disitulikiti ey'Embale, era nga eyabadde omugenyi omukulu ku mukolo guno Wolfman Mugoya yategeezezza nti wakyaliwo eddimu ly'amaanyi erina okuba nti lituukirizibwa mu kulaba nga obutonde bw'ensi bukuumibwa, era nga yategeeza nti emu ku bisinza okutta obutonde bw'ensi mwe muli ensonga y'enkulaakulana ng'eno terina gwerese. Nategeeza nti enkulaakulana teyandibadde mbi wabula kwe kuba nti ate obutonde ebuleka ebusaanyizzaawo, ate ne weesanga nti abantu abazirina enkulaakulana ate oluvannyuma beetaaga obutonde ate bebasaanyizzaawo mu kuba nti bagiteekawo. Era ayongeddeko n'ategeeza nti ensonga y'amateeka yandibadde ekwatibwa n'amaanyi newankubadde nga gabagibwa agasinga tegateekebwa mu nkola, ekyongedde okukosa obutonde bw'ensi. Ye ssenkulu w'ekitongole kino nga ye George Mexico yategeezezza nti buli omu yandibadde yeekubamu ttooki ng'asinziira ku lunaku olwatambuliddeko, ng'asinziira ku mulamwa ogwatambuliddeko okuza olunaku luno ogumanyiddwa nga Inspired by Nature for Climate for Our Future, ekivuunulwa nti okusikirizibwa obutonde ku lw'embeera y'obudde ekyukakyukamu n'ebiseera by'emu maaso, ng'ategeeza nti abantu bandibadde beekubamu ttooki mu bye bakola byonna ebikwata ku butonde bw'ensi babengesera baliteeka ku ki ekigenda okuddirira oluvannyuma lw'ebikola bye baba bakoze. Ye Nabudde Margaret ng'ono ye mukulu w'essomero erya Mbale High School yategeeza nti bo ng'abaakuza emiti emito bazze bagitendeka mu kulaba nti beenyigira mu kuuma obutonde bw'ensi awamu n'okubukulaakulanya, era nga muno bakikola nga bakubiriza abaana okuba nti basimba emiti olw'ensonga nti bo ng'abaana abakyakula be basobola okutwala eggwanga maaso amu n'ensi yonna, era nga kino kirina kukolebwa nga obutonde bw'ensi bye bimu ku bisoosowazibwa. Baabasikawutu nabo bategeeza nti bo nga bo omulimu omukulu ogwabwe kwe kuuma obutonde bw'ensi, ensonga lwaki emirimu gyabwe gyonna gyetoolera mu butonde bwansi okubukuuma awamu n'okuba nti balwanyisa abo bonna abagezaako okubusaanyaawo. Emikolo nga egyatambudde tunagikutuusaako ku Mosan Media.
Ladies and gentlemen, I was a little sad because this morning I first went to Manafa. As I was driving, I remembered the Mbale tree from mile 6 up to Manafa. It was a beautiful road with Mbale trees both sides, but it's so sad that I can't see even one. I still even have the pictures of that road with the trees. A few years back, you know, development, we love development, but is development affecting us or is development coming in a good way? A few years back, while they were constructing roads in Mbale City, they had begun cutting down the trees in senior quarters. I wrote a very bitter letter to the town clerk, to the mayor. I copied METGE, I wrote to NEMA, and the tree cutting was stopped. Imagine that beautiful trees from Mount Elgon Hotel up, if they were cut down, how were the streets going to look like? So ladies and gentlemen, it's you and me to do this. We have a very big task, especially when it comes to urban sensitization. Waste management in the urban areas, it's a very, very, very big challenge, which all of us we are facing. You'll walk on the streets of Mbale. I'm so happy that Masse Scouts talked about the early 60s. I happen to be that my grandfather were some prominent people in Mbale, and I have those beautiful pictures of Mbale city then. But when you look at the city of 60s and the city of now, there is a very big change, and change on the negative side. So we have a very long way to go, but I'm happy that we are involving the young ones because these are the leaders of tomorrow. Then when it comes to policies, our partners, you have a bigger voice. I'm so happy when you mentioned that you were in the boardroom with the LOC5 coming up with a few policies. I think we need to see these policies work. What does it cost you if you planted your Mbale tree? Will you wake up one morning and cut it just like that? If you have an acre of eucalyptus, are you going to wake up one morning and just cut it down? So I think we need policies which can come and govern such things. So ladies and gentlemen, if we come together as Ugandans and those who love the environment, I think we will go a long way. Allow me come to the theme of this day's World Environmental Day celebration. Inspired by nature for climate and for the future. What does it mean exactly? I want to say two or three things. Today, trees for nature, for climate and for the future is a bit more philosophical. It is calling upon you and me to have a reflection of where we have come from and where we are here today and where we are going. Where we have come from, it reflects untimely behavior, cutting of trees anyhow. And that's how we've arrived to where we are today, struggling actually to restore the degraded areas in our district, in our homes, and in Mount Elgon. I come from Tororo, and I schooled in Kachonga some many years ago. I can tell you, driving through right from the time you leave Busiu Town Council and you enter River Manafa up to around Busoba Training Center, that used to be a forest. But now, it's nothing but, I think most of it is covered by eucalyptus and the pine. It's all gone. What happened? Now, this calls upon us to have a different mindset. We need to have a different mindset. If we're going to have nature for climate, inspired by nature for climate and for the future, we need to have a completely different mindset. And that mindset is not about money. It's about asking yourself, it's about asking myself, why am I where I am today? And how do I change from where I am today? And what do I aspire to achieve in the future? Whether it is social, financial, and in this case, we're talking about environment and the climate change. So once you begin asking those questions, then you'll begin to realize where you and I have gone wrong, where you and I need a complete mindset. You will stop actually to throw those polythene bags anyhow. The used bottles like from water, Renzori, Elgon, or other, or from sodas or various types, it will help you actually to begin to change from throwing them anyhow to actually putting it together and setting it on fire, as has been suggested by Trees for the Future. The second thing I want to talk about as we celebrate this day about inspiration for nature, for climate, and for the future is about not only about mindset, but also behavior. It's a call for a complete change of individual behavior and institutional behavior. In fact, even national behavior. So what are our practices at individual level? What is it that you and I do as individuals in order to degrade the environment instead of actually conserving it? Again, I think your rule number 6, according to the Scouts regulations or laws, tells us to conserve what? Nature. It's about change in behavior, change in attitude. So as we celebrate today, the one message I want you to go back with as an individual, whether young or old, is about change in behavior, to embrace practices that actually will take care of our environmental, social, and the economic needs.
My name is Margaret Nabde, head teacher at Mbale High School. I am also a scout. I want to thank the Lord for this day, the World Environmental Day that is being hosted at Mbale High School. I want to thank the organizers, the environmentalists who chose Mbale High School to host this day. But why do we celebrate such a day? I've been telling the young people that we belong to the environment and we coexist in this environment, both the fauna and the flora. And our role as human beings is to nurture the environment so that it is friendly, it is welcoming and accommodating to all the occupants that live in it. To the young people, we are challenging you to protect the environment by planting trees, by nurturing them, taming the environment around you, cleaning it, and ensuring that we are living in a very conducive environment to both the humans, the animals, and the plants. I'm by the name of Nambuya Winnie. I'm the District Commissioner Scouts in Mbale District. Particularly, we are here to celebrate the Environmental Day. We are trying to teach the young people that in the environment they live in, they should learn how to conserve the environment. As Scouts in Mbale region, we are embracing environmental conservation just because when we look at Mount Elgon, which used to have a lot of trees, we realize that they have been washed away, they have been cut down because of poor methods of cultivation. And now, we want to encourage the young people who are the leaders of tomorrow to know that the future is theirs and they need to plant trees, they need to conserve the environment, they need to learn how to conserve the environment by managing the waste, especially of plastics. We're encouraging them to recycle them, make other items out of them.
My name is Jududu Anorderia, one of the first Master Scout member. I'm the lead craft instructor at our Master Scout Center. Today I'm at Mbale High School celebrating a World Environmental Day. High Scouts, we can't just sit down and watch our country losing its beauty. We have to take action. Always our BP left a word that we always keep on remembering, that we have to leave this world a little better than we found it. So my word, my courage to all people that are listening to me, let's fight back, let's stop those single-use plastic bags, let's plant trees to restore our soils, let's be the change, be the future, and be prepared.
As a scout, it is our duty to be role models. Why? Because part of the law tells us to conserve nature. The other part of the law tells us to be clean in word, thought, and deed. So, we are challenging you young people. The world belongs to you. I have told the young people here to use their gadgets, to use social media to build, nurture, and protect the environment. If that is done, we shall all leave this place better than we found it.